Mama Maggie, it's a great honor to have you in our program, Coptic Ambassadors, and thank you for accepting our interview. Mama Maggie, can you please tell us a little bit about your early life.
First, I would like to thank you for your good program and channel. I would like to thank Abuna Bishoy because before he left to the States, he came and visited and he left a great impression in my life. And I think he was a friend from Fayoum. And my early life started that I was born in a loving family that loves everyone and loves God. And I grew like anyone in a beautiful atmosphere of loving and giving. And I think they have all the credit. And I didn't choose to be born in a good family, but it's a gift.
Your father was a physician, right? And you have always seen a lot of people. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, I grew up in a town called Nagga Hammadi, and I used to come back from school finding a lot of people and farms coming to my dad's clinic and sitting on rows until the street sitting, and then my aunt dedicated her life, his sister, to help the poor. So she used to make a meal and give it to each one of them. And I love this so much. And I think this left a great impression in my heart since early age.
You had a very prominent job as a professor for computer science in the American University in Cairo, and you left it. How you became so sure that this is God's call for you?
I think it's when you always think, how can I give more? How can I be more of a help to others? I loved my students. They were the best in the society from all over the Arab world, and they are still my friends. But when I visited the slums and poor areas, I felt that these children could have been my own children. And from that moment, it was a clear call in my heart. When my aunt passed away, I asked myself where all the needy people would go. And I felt God was telling me, maybe it's your turn to do something for others. And I was so sure because I was reading my Bible and waiting for God to talk to me, and it was so clear that I'm not going to do it myself. He will give me the anointment for that. So it's all about the grace. And God was telling me, I want to promote you from going to the best in the society to the poorest of the poor. And because among the poor, I could see God, I could touch Him.
Where is the name Mama Maggie came from?
It came from the first group of children. I sat with him, I took them to a camp and then listened to them problems, needs and dreams. And then they said, you know what? Nobody ever listened to us. Can we call you Mama? So this was like a great gift to me.
You were honored by the top and most eminent presidents and kings. How you keep your humility while all the world is praising you?
I think it's very important that everyone would know it's not honoring for one person, it's an honor for everyone who's suffering and still keep going. And this is for you, for my family, for my society, for my country, for all over the world to go back to their own humanity. Let the human be human, let the children be children. So I am very happy to see this coming clear to the world.
Tell us about the service you do in the slums and in the ministry.
Yes, when you think, Amira, about the human being as a whole, he has a body, he has a mind, and he has a spirit. So the body needs to be fed, so we provide food and doctor to check them. The mind needs to have good education, because we believe good education will break the circle, the vicious circle of poverty. So we're trying to give good education. And then spirit, we want them all to have good values, to be connected with their God.
We saw that you wash the feet of the children on a daily basis. What exactly goes in your mind when you do that?
It goes in my mind that I want to tell them they are on my head. They are above everything in this world, because the value of one human being means so much to me. And I'm so honored for everyone who accepts that I wash their feet. And I feel I'm blessed, and I'm going from blessing to blessing.
Some of the youth who are listening to us from the States and Australia may want to volunteer. What are the kinds of jobs they can volunteer for?
Number one job, if they are going to accept it, then I can tell them. Number one is to sit and read your Bible, because from there God will lead you and give you the right direction, right? So every day on a regular basis, spend time alone. Then you can see where God is leading you to go and what you can offer others. Here for us, we are welcoming all young people and old people and everyone to come and spend time with us, and each one according to his gifts he can share and help with the children.
What is the secret story behind wearing all white?
The secret story that a young girl in the first camp, she was sitting not playing with other friends, and then I asked her, why you're not playing with them? She said, nobody wants to accept me to be their friend because they think I don't have enough clothes. I have only t-shirt, but I don't know what to do. So I told her, it's not by what you're wearing from outside, it's what you have inside you, your heart and your mind. If I don't change my t-shirt, do you accept that we'll be friends for the whole week? She said yes. And then we became good friends, and I didn't change my clothes. So since that time, I said, no need for me to change.
We know that you were a spiritual daughter of His Eminent Amba Mikhail of Asyut. Can you tell us more about what you have learned from him and how he guided you through your story?
As I mentioned at the beginning, I didn't choose where to be born, but God put me with great heroes of faith. Amba Mikhail knew the family since before I was born, so we continued a good relationship, and he was encouraging me on a regular basis. and his life was a super spiritual life that whenever he looked up and got his cross up, I found in the middle of the night the whole heaven is becoming light, strong light from heaven. When he mentioned one name, one word of anyone who's sick or who needs help, I knew that this one will be healed. So he had a special secret in his heart between him and Mother Mary and God. So I could just notice him and learn a lot from him for the rest of my life and my father's life and my children's life, because he blessed all of us. And also Abuna Fanus was very close to me, and also Abuna Antonius Amin from our church all my life in Q. And these are, and of course Pope Kyrillos and Amba Baram, all these were my heroes, and still I am, without them I couldn't make anything.
We know that you raised two beautiful children, a daughter and a son. How did you feel? And your daughter is here. How did you feel when your son told you that he wants to leave and be a monk?
It was a surprise for all the people around him, and their friends were crying and couldn't believe, and my daughter was a great encouragement for all of us. She was crying too, but we all encourage each other. We are not worthy to have such a blessing in our family. Who are we that God will accept us to be His servants?
Is there something you still dream to do for others? Is there something you still didn't do and you want to do?
Do you know, human being cannot live without hope and dream, I think. So every day, every morning, we have a new mercy, we have a new page, we have a new idea, a new hope, a new dream. And my dream always, I think, going in the same direction. How can I be of a help of another human being to find him, that help him to find his own dream come true and become useful to his family, society, the whole world, and be successful.
What is the advice you can tell the youth who are listening to us to become successful like you?
I think the best way, as I mentioned, to spend time alone and listen and know yourself, your values, know how precious you are, and know the gift, because no human came to this world without a gift from above. Everyone has a mission. To know your mission and know your dream and vision. After that, you can make a plan to your vision. After that, you can find people to help you, because no one can make it all alone. And then God will send the rest of the help for you. And these are like a daily schedule. And the more you give, the more you receive.
Can I ask your daughter a question? What is the most lesson you still remember from your mother when you were young, when you were youth, whatever?
She always taught us that you can. So whatever we're trying to do is that there's nothing called never. So, and I remember she had a poster in our rooms with saying never, never give up, with a fish, going into the swan's mouth and saying never, never give up. So like even till whatever obstacles in front of you, you can always do it. So always encouraging us to be persistent.
Finally, can you tell us a personal story that felt your heart from one of the children here?
Yes. When I ask a young child, and this faces us almost every day, what is your dream? He thinks because of the situation and the life he lives in, he has no dream, he has no hope. I tell him, please tell me anything you think of. And then a young child said, one day I wished I could eat a tomato by myself. And one girl told me, I wished one day I could sleep on a bed, because she's always was sleeping on the floor. So little things, but it means so much when we help them. And their lives started to change and find their dream come true. And like what Anne said, our theme is I can do all things, all good things, through Christ who strengthened me.
Thank you, Mama Maggie. You are indeed the Coptic ambassador for us and for all the youth in the world.
I want to thank you very much, and may God bless you, and always think I can, no matter whatever you face. God bless you.